My name is Damali Ssali, and I took a road trip to the Bwindi Impenetrable forest to track the gorillas. First stop I made was at the equator, where you can take a coffee break. They sell really, really wonderful coffee there, so you shouldn't miss it. So from the equator, your next pit stop should be Lukaya, because they sell the best goat's meat in the world at Lukaya. They also sell chicken if you're into chicken, but I was there for the goat's meat, really. Also, they do gonja if you're into gonja, but I was there just for the goat's meat. So you shouldn't miss that stop. You should definitely have some of the goat's meat. So, and then we traveled all the way. It was about 8 hours drive to Bwindi. And then actually on the way you'll see the Rift Valley. When you're about to get there, you'll see the Rift Valley with the wonderful, wonderful scenery of the Rift Valley. Sometimes I wondered how they even go up, because there were gardens actually in the Rift Valley. So it's a really beautiful scenery as you get to Bwindi. Then when you get to Bwindi, the first thing, if you're going to be tracking the gorillas, first thing I would advise you, first of all, you should come with incredibly comfortable shoes. That's number one key. Incredibly comfortable shoes, because you're going to be walking down a very steep gradient. You need a walking stick, and also something I missed out of doing is you should have gloves, because as you're touching these plants, sometimes they have thorns, so you should definitely have gloves on you. And so the gorillas, I think we looked for them for about maybe 35 minutes, and then we found them, because you have to get down to where they are.
My name is Iris Ziegler. I'm from Germany actually, coming to Uganda to see the amazing gorillas. I'm usually doing completely something different, because I'm the shark lady. I go diving with sharks and work in shark conservation. But this has been a childhood dream. Ever since I saw the movie Gorillas in the Mist, I knew I had to come. And now I'm here. I've made it. And it's really an amazing experience. This is my second trekking today after the first one I did yesterday. And really seeing those animals close up. And they really are so close, you can smell them. And it's an amazing experience. You see, I'm exhausted. I'm completely done. It's hard. It's too hard for me, to be quite honest. I'd rather stay in water, but it is worth it. Every little step is worth it. So I highly recommend everybody doing it. And I hope you can have that same experience. And we really need to make sure that future generations can also have that. We cannot afford to lose those animals, so we have to protect them. And by coming here, you actually help to do that. So come and experience for yourself.
The moment of the day is when we saw the first silverback, I think, and then when we saw this little gorilla who was 8 months old, I think, and those 2 moments, yes. And then the guys were also playing with them, like trying to scare us a little bit. I think it was on purpose, and it also put some fun on the adventure. So yeah.
And then I got a scare where one time there was a gorilla that almost, I thought, attacked me, and I froze, couldn't run. By the way, you're not advised to run. You're supposed to, stay still. I only stayed still because I had nowhere to run. But anyway, it was a very, very interesting experience.
And I can tell you all that's been the best experience of my life. Truly, I say it. So it's not that I'm being filmed to show how Uganda looks like, but it's a fact. So it's been amazing. The trekking is quite hard, I have to say. It's like this and this, but big time. But in the end, it pays off big time. So to see all the gorillas, the way the people guide you, I think is one of the best things of the hike.
And for sure, I think it's an experience that it's totally worth coming.
I recommend you all to come and to live this experience, which is truly amazing.
The previous time I did it was amazing, but this time we actually saw some gorillas climbing the trees. We saw babies. We saw even some gorillas charging against us because they were a bit upset about food. And I can tell you that's experience that you won't have in any other place. And I think that those were like the highlights of the trip.
You definitely need to be fit for this one. You actually need to be fit, relatively fit, because it's a real physical exercise, a physical journey, because you actually need to go down it's a mountain-ish, and so you have to go down to find the gorillas and then come back up to get, and then hopefully it won't be a rainy day, because if it's a rainy day then it's really slippery.
It's also part of the experience to cross the jungle and to be in the middle of the forest with all the jungle sounds that are around, to hear the gorillas like far away. So I think it's a bit rough, but it's part of the experience, and everyone can do it a bit quicker, a bit slower, but everyone can make it.
It's a really, really once in a lifetime experience. You will love it. You shouldn't miss it. If you're Ugandan, we have these very discounted rates, and people travel all around the world just to come see the gorillas. And for us as Ugandans, you would have a very discounted rate for you to be able to see it. So you should definitely not miss it. Should enjoy yourself. When you come back from the gorilla trekking, I totally advise you to stretch. I didn't stretch last night and my legs are killing me this morning. So you really need to do that. I tried to stretch today. Hopefully, I'll get better. But you have to stretch. And I also went for some tea picking. So wonderful, wonderful experience. You should definitely take that up when you decide, because there's a wonderful tea plantation on site. Also, the animals seemed very, very friendly. I remember when I was coming in, there was this sheep that seemed curious. So it moved towards me and it said hello. But my mom is from Dandiga clan, so I think it was saying hello to its daughter. But that was a really, really wonderful thing. I've been watching.
Slowly. Oh, slowly. Slowly, so that it doesn't move away before it lights. Is it working? It's working. Get it more closer to me. Make it more stronger, bring out more. Oh! Oh my God, there is a fire! Fire the traditional way, the way that Batwa do it. It's an amazing experience. The fire really got out really nicely, so it's something you should definitely experience. That's how we used to make fire before. We had matchboxes. It's really, really amazing. And they do have a male and female stick. The female one goes below and then the male one, and then they rub it until it comes up with this hot ash that you put on the dry banana leaves, and then phew, there is a fire. It's amazing. I'm thrilled. And the smoke is also okay because I've inhaled some smoke, but it's fine. I feel very smoky right now. So this house is where the Batwa, how they used to live when they were in the forest before, and they'll construct it, and if they need to move, they'll just demolish it and then move away with it. It is very airy, actually, very well ventilated and, you know, practical, nice, just a place to sleep. It's really nice.